Hi, this is Tommy Hilcken from Tommy's Toolbox, and today our workshop is presenting the art of public speaking. If you're looking to be more memorable, more compelling, if you need to get a message out to the public and you struggle putting it together, then this is the workshop for you.
He makes you feel like a master.
I am much more able to get up there, sound relaxed.
And I'm going to go home thinking I am the best speaker in the world.
Now I feel like a public speaker.
Come on in, learn how to use nonverbal skills, how to use verbal skills, how to put humor into any presentation, and most importantly, how to connect with any audience. So let's get things going here. In front of you is a card, pink, blue, green. And all I want you to write down is right now you're thinking of this. Public speaking is. And fill in the blank. To you, public speaking is. One word, whatever you want. Brief sentence, paragraph, short chapter. All right, let's put it this way. When I'm thinking about what public speaking is, I want the emotion for you, not what you think it is. What is the Nina? Frightening. Nice. Frightening. So we've got frightening. Anybody else? An emotion?
Depending on my audience, it could be fun or unsettling.
Depending on your audience. Okay, that's something to think about. Fun or unsettling. So what would make it fun?
If it was my family.
See, that would be unsettling in my family. So I get it. But you know the Irish people. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. I gotcha. All right, so anybody else? Any other words to describe public speaking?
Intimidating.
Intimidating. All right. Anyone else over here? Wendy? Energizing to you and your audience if you're doing it right? And when you think about it, what public speaking really is, public speaking just is. It just is. And it really doesn't become anything till we label it. So how do you want to label public speaking today when you leave here is how it's going to carry out the rest of your life and your career. Public speaking just is. Some people are frightened, some people aren't. So really what it comes down to is how can we learn to come over these fears? So I'm going to tell you a little 3 steps. Write these down. 3 steps to public speaking. What happens in everyone's career in public speaking. One of the greatest things I was ever taught, one of my early mentors, Frank Hawkinson, he said, what happens when you come into public speaking and you start public speaking, the first thing that happens is it's all about you. It's all about me. What am I going to look like? What am I going to sound like? My goodness, what's it going to be like? Me, right? So step number 1 is natural. You're nervous, you're scared because you really feel it's all about you. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly break through that. So what happens when we come into step number 2 is step number 2, we start to believe that we're okay now and it's not all about me and it's going to become all about my content. I have got the greatest content in the world. I can't wait for these people to hear my content. So unbelievable, my content. You guys are in for a treat today. My content, my. But when you grow as a speaker and you make it to the 3rd step, you realize that everything and very little is about you and everything is about your audience. The one thing of public speaking everyone has in common, you have to build rapport with your audience. And the bottom line is when you're speaking in public or you're meeting people, whatever it might be, where you're going to do, 2-minute pitch, elevator pitch, you go to the chamber, you're sitting down at a table, you'll see people struggle getting out their word. They're very good at what they do, but the only challenge they have is they don't know how to get the point across. The first thought of public speaking is what we need to do is people must like you. You have to build rapport with people. You got to go in, people in your audience want to listen because they're really involved, they like you, they want to hear from you, they know about you, and they're going to do that. The best way you can build rapport with any audience, effective use of nonverbal skills. Does anybody know what a nonverbal skill might be? Diane?
Body language.
Body language is huge, yep.
The way you dress.
The way you dress. Yeah, we'll go through it. Proper use of humor. You got to throw some humor in there. Very, very powerful tool for anyone. Listen, people will connect if you can make them smile, make them chuckle a little bit, because everybody's caught up in their own little world. Let's face it, everybody's got their own challenges, every single one of us. And they're the most important challenges in the world. You know why? Because they're ours. So really, when you think about it, that's the most important thing you can do, is get somebody out of their head for a little while. Bring them into your world, wherever you are at that time. You're feeling good, make somebody else feel good. Audience involvement and interaction, very, very important to get people going. I don't know legitimately what it is, how much the attention span is today, but I know it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So you have to get people involved and get them interactive. Props and visual aids. We're using a visual aid right now, PowerPoint. It's a great tool. We'll discuss PowerPoint. Does anybody use PowerPoint in their presentations? It's a great tool. It's not your presentation. I look at public speaking as a learned skill that you become more natural just from doing it and doing it and do. Just like any other thing we do in life. If you're a juggler, you know, at first you can't juggle, and you go out and you juggle, you learn to juggle, and you become a juggler. Public speaking, same thing, a learned skill. So it all can be learned, and you're all capable of learning how to speak in public and presenting well. Practice, 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 and when you're done, practice again. It's really what it comes down to.